Listen to me very closely. What if I told you that God is about to fill your bank account, not by chance, not by luck, not by the hands of men, but by divine orchestration? What if I told you that the same God who created gold, silver, and every resource under heaven has already decided to transfer wealth into your hands? Many hear these words and doubt. They say, "It's impossible. I have nothing. I am surrounded by debt. I am far from abundance." But I tell you today, when God is ready to move, nothing on earth or in hell can stop Him. When God speaks increase, the universe rearranges itself to obey. You are about to witness the supernatural hand of God turning your lack into overflow, your emptiness into abundance, your despair into laughter. God is about to fill your bank account, not just to bless you, but to prove that He is still the provider of all who trust in Him. The power to create wealth does not come from human skill, it comes from God. Many people work endlessly, yet remain in lack because they rely only on their effort. But when the favor of God touches your work, what you earn multiplies beyond the logic. God can bless one decision, one meeting, one opportunity so powerfully that it wipes away years of struggle. This is how God moves, suddenly, unexpectedly, and overwhelmingly. You may be in a season where it feels like everything is still, like nothing is working, but don't be deceived by silence. God works most in the unseen. He is preparing doors of wealth, partnerships of purpose, and miracles of provision that will shock even you. You will stand and say, "This is not the work of my hand, this is the work of God." Do not limit God with your imagination. He does not operate within the boundaries of your salary, your job title, or your education. When God decides to bless, He breaks systems to favor His chosen ones. He will use people who once ignored you to bring resources into your life. He will cause the hearts of kings to remember your name. God has placed you in divine alignment with opportunities that have been waiting for your arrival. You think you are late, but you are right on time. There is no such thing as delay when you walk under God's divine timing. The wealth that belongs to you is stored in heaven's account, and God is about to release it into your hands. But before God fills your bank account, He must first fill your mind. You cannot hold the divine wealth with a fearful mind. Poverty is not only a condition, it is a mindset. Many pray for increase but think in scarcity. They ask for abundance while doubting whether they deserve it. God cannot pour into a vessel that rejects His gift. That is why He is renewing your thoughts first. He is teaching you to see money not as an idol, but as an instrument of purpose. When your heart aligns with His purpose, your hands will attract everything you need. Money will no longer control you. It will serve your destiny. There are moments in life when God decides to accelerate everything. You will look around and see that doors once locked have swung open. You will witness divine speed that others cannot explain. It will not be because of luck or strategy. It will be because God has marked you for divine wealth. When that happens, stay humble. Do not forget that it was not your power that produced it. It was God's favor. God gives to those who remember Him in plenty, not only in need. That is why the truly wealthy in spirit are always grateful, always giving, always aware that they are merely stewards of divine resources. Listen carefully. Wealth is a tool in the hands of those who understand divine purpose. God does not bless you just so you can live in luxury. He blesses you so you can expand His goodness on the earth. When your heart says, "God, whatever you give me, I will use for good, heaven responds. Because the heart that gives without pride will never run dry. God is about to fill your bank account because He trusts that you will not worship the blessing, but the one who gives it. He knows you have walked through seasons of lack without cursing Him. He has seen you honor Him with a little, and now He is ready to trust you with much. When God blesses, He blesses beyond measure. Look at the stars, they are countless. Look at the ocean, it overflows. When God gives, He never gives in portions. He gives in abundance. So why do you expect small miracles? Lift your face to match the size of God. Stop praying as if you are asking a reluctant giver. God does not struggle to bless His children. He delights in it. He is not calculating whether He can afford to help you. He owns everything. When you understand that your source is unlimited, your fear of shortage disappears. God's wealth does not arrive through greed. It arrives through obedience. Some people chase money and lose themselves. Others chase God and find wealth chasing them. That is the divine order. Seek God's will first, and the resources will come naturally. God never leaves His obedient children empty-handed. Every time you choose integrity over shortcuts, you store treasure in heaven that will manifest on earth. Every time you give, even when it hurts, you prove that your faith is greater than your fear. These moments unlock the flow of divine wealth. You may ask, how can God fill my bank account when everything around me looks dry? My friend, remember this. God specializes in filling emptiness. He multiplies from nothing. He took darkness and created light. He took dust and formed humanity. So, what makes you think He cannot take your small savings, your little effort, your empty account, and transform it into overflow? God does not need much to do much. He only needs your faith. When you believe that He can, heaven begins to move. Faith is the currency of the divine economy. The more you trust, the more you attract. You may have been in a season of testing. Every bill felt heavier. Every delay felt painful. But God was not punishing you. He was preparing you. Before He fills your account, He strengthens your character. Because if your heart is not ready for abundance, wealth becomes a trap. God's process is always protective. He's refining you through hardship so that when the blessing comes, it will not destroy you. Many want the glory without the growth, but God is too wise to give blessings that break you. So if you are still waiting, rejoice. Your preparation is a sign that the blessing is near. There will be a moment, and it will come soon, when you wake up and realize that the struggle has ended. Your debt will disappear. Your business will multiply, and your name will be spoken in rooms of opportunity you never entered. This is how God elevates His faithful ones. You will not need to fight for recognition. God Himself will endorse you. The right people will find you. The right doors will open. And the right opportunities will flow toward you without force. This is divine wealth transfer when God moves resources from the hands of the ungodly to the righteous. He is aligning the earth right now for that transfer, and your name is written in that plan. When God fills your bank account, do not hide your testimony. Speak boldly of His faithfulness, because every story of abundance is a seed of hope for someone still struggling. Your success is not just about you. It's about the people God will bless through you. You are about to become a vessel of provision for others. You will feed families, support communities, build dreams, and fund visions. God is giving you wealth not to make you proud, but to make you powerful for good. You will be the answer to the prayers of many. But remember this truth: wealth without wisdom is waste. God's blessings require stewardship. When He fills your bank account, ask Him for guidance on how to use it. Not every opportunity deserves your investment. Not every request deserves your money. Divine wealth is meant to multiply when directed by divine instruction. If you manage it wisely, it will grow beyond generations. You will not only be blessed, you will establish a legacy of provision that your children and their children will walk in. Do not be surprised when people begin to notice the change in your life. They will wonder how it happened. They will question your methods, but you will know it was God. It was His favor that opened doors, His mercy that covered mistakes, His plan that orchestrated every divine connection. Stay humble, for humility keeps the flow of wealth alive. Pride stops blessing. Gratitude multiplies them. Each time you thank God for what you have, you make room for more. Even now, God is arranging things in your favor. There are contracts waiting to be signed, accounts ready to be credited, ideas waiting to be funded. You may not see it yet, but heaven is not silent. The spiritual transaction has already taken place. It is only a matter of time before it manifests in your reality. You must continue to declare, God is my source. My account will overflow because God has spoken increase over my life. Keep speaking it, because your words create the environment for miracles. What you confess consistently becomes your experience. Some of you are worried because you have made financial mistakes in the past. You think that because you failed before, you have lost your chance. But God does not operate by human records. His mercy rewrites your story. What you lost, He can restore in double measure. Do not let guilt make you believe that you are disqualified. If anything, your failures have qualified you to handle success with wisdom. God is the master of restoration. He specializes in giving people more than they lost. When you begin to see signs of divine increase, don't slow down your faith. This is the time to trust even deeper, because when God opens the floodgates, your faith must expand to receive it. Do not be afraid of big numbers. Do not doubt your capacity to manage abundance. God would not fill your account if He had not already expanded your spirit to handle it. He keeps before He delivers. He strengthens before He supplies. The days of survival are ending. You are moving into a season of surplus. What once drained you will now bless you. The same work that once barely sustained you will now overflow with profit. People who used to pity you will look to you for wisdom. God is rewriting your financial destiny. You are no longer the borrower. You are becoming the lender. You will no longer chase after opportunities. They will chase after you. God is placing a divine mark of abundance upon your life. You must understand that when God fills your bank account, it is not just about numbers. It is about influence. Wealth gives your voice in places that would otherwise ignore you. God is about to position you in places of impact. Your generosity will shift systems, your ideas will change economies, and your giving will become a form of worship. God is raising you not just as a recipient of wealth, but as a distributor of it. You see, when God decides to lift a person, no force on earth can pull them down. When God declares increase over your life, even the systems designed to keep you poor will begin to favor you. This is how divine wealth operates. It does not need permission from the world to manifest. It flows directly from the authority of God. Some of you have been overlooked for too long. You have been faithful. You have worked hard. You have prayed, and yet it felt as if nothing was changing. But I tell you, the season of silence was never punishment. It was preparation. God was aligning the right circumstances so that when the blessing comes, you will not lose it. He was teaching you endurance, integrity, and discipline, because these are the foundation that hold the true wealth. God never pours His abundance into a heart that still doubts His faithfulness. That is why He allowed certain delays to build your faith until it could sustain what He is about to release. Many people collapse under the weight of blessings they were not ready for. But you, yes, you have been trained in the fire. Every disappointment was a lesson. Every loss was a setup for gain. Every night you cried was watering the seeds of your harvest. And now, the ground is fertile. The harvest is near. The wind of divine provision is blowing toward you, and it carries your name on it. The wealth that God is about to release into your hand is not just for comfort, it is for calling. God blesses people not so they can boast, but so they can build. You are about to become an instrument of transformation. Your prosperity will be the proof that faith works. Your abundance will silence the mockery of those who said you would never rise. God is not filling your account merely to add the numbers, but to add the influence, to add the reach, to add the impact. You will finance visions. You will lift others. You will open doors for those who had no key. That is the true purpose of wealth, to serve the divine will of God on earth. Many think that wealth is evil, but the truth is this: wealth in the wrong hands is dangerous, but wealth in the hands of the righteous is divine power. God is raising a generation that will hold wealth without worshiping it, that will use money as a servant and not as a master. He is calling you to that level, to rise beyond survival into stewardship. When you manage what you have with faithfulness, God multiplies it. That is why the little you have now is not insignificant. It is a seed. When you sow it in obedience, it becomes the doorway to the overflow. Hear this clearly. Poverty is not God's design for your life. Scarcity is not your destiny. God does not delight in watching you beg for what He already prepared for you. You were created to walk in divine abundance, to manifest the fullness of His provision. Everything on earth belongs to God, and you are His creation. Why then would He withhold what is His from you? The delay you have faced is not a denial. It is divine timing. God gives at the appointed time, not when your fear demands it, but when your spirit is mature enough to receive it. Some of you are about to experience financial miracles that defy logic. Money will appear from unexpected places. Debts will be canceled without reason. Contracts you forgot will resurface with greater rewards. You will receive calls that change your financial destiny overnight. This is not fantasy. It is the manifestation of divine favor. When God decides to reward the faithful, He does it in ways that human minds cannot calculate. He will use strangers, system, and circumstances to serve your destiny. You will stand in awe and say, "This is the doing of God." But listen, the moment you begin to receive, never let pride enter your heart. Remember the source. Gratitude is the magnet that keeps blessings flowing. The more thankful you are, the more God entrusts to you. Thank Him not only for what you see, but for what you are expecting. Gratitude is faith in action. It declares that you already believe the promise before you see it fulfilled. And when your gratitude rises like incense to heaven, God releases more. Some of you have been taught to fear money. You were told that wanting abundance is wrong. But let me tell you, desiring the manifestation of God's blessing is not greed. It is alignment. God placed the vision of prosperity in your heart because He wants you to live in provision, not in lack. The enemy uses poverty to humiliate, to limit, to silence the faithful. But God uses wealth to empower, to expand, to glorify His name through your success. Do not apologize for expecting more. You are not asking too much. You are asking the right source. The wealth that is coming will not corrupt you because God has already purified your motives. You no longer desire money for vanity. You desire it for purpose. That is why you are chosen for this divine transfer. God will not give wealth to those who use it to oppress others. He will give it to those who will use it to uplift others. Your increase will become an answer to prayers you have not even heard. You will bless those who never expected help. You will become the channel of divine kindness. When God begins to fill your account, there will be distraction. People will appear to test your character. Some will flatter you, others will envy you. But do not lose your peace. Protect your spirit, because what God gives must be guarded. Wealth without spiritual grounding becomes weakness, but wealth anchored in faith becomes strength. Stay centered in humility. Speak to God daily about your direction. Seek His wisdom in every transaction, because divine wisdom is the greatest wealth. Without it, even gold becomes dust. And let me tell you this truth. Divine wealth is not limited to money. When God fills your account, He fills every area of peace in your home, strength in your body, clarity in your mind, and joy in your spirit. True wealth is the balance of provision and peace. What good is money if your heart is restless? What value is profit if your mind is burdened? God's blessings come with harmony. When He blesses you, He removes sorrow from the equation. Your wealth will not be the kind that torments you. It will be the kind that uplifts you. You are entering the season where what you touch will prosper. You will look at your work and see multiplication. You will see fruit where there was once barrenness. You will start projects that attract divine speed. It will not be normal. It will be supernatural. God will breathe upon your ideas and they will come alive. The same hand that once struggled to survive will now distribute abundance. You will become a fountain that never runs dry. There will be moments when you will not even understand how it happened. The blessings will come so quickly, you will be in awe. But that is how God moves. He accelerates when the time is right. He will redeem lost years through one breakthrough. You thought you lost time, but God is about to compress decades of blessings into one divine moment. What took others a lifetime will come to you in a single season because God has remembered you. And when it happens, remain generous. The more you give, the more you grow. Wealth dies when it is held, but multiplies when it is shared. Every act of generosity opens another door of divine supply. Give freely, not out of obligation, but out of revelation that everything you own belongs to God. You are merely the vessel He chose to carry His abundance. When you live like that, you will never lack, because a vessel that keeps flowing can never be empty. You must also understand that divine wealth comes with divine responsibility. God will begin to use you to solve problems around you. You will see need that others ignore, and your heart will burn to act. That is not coincidence. It is divine assignment. Every burden you feel for the broken, the poor, the helpless. It is a signal that God is about to use you to bring relief. He fills your bank account so you can fill the lives of others. This is how His blessings multiply across the earth. So rise in faith. Begin to see yourself as God sees you, not as a struggler, but as a steward of divine prosperity. Speak boldly about what you believe. Declare that your account is blessed, your hands are favored, your path is prosperous. Words shape reality. When you align your speech with faith, your circumstances begin to obey. Stop saying, I am broke. Stop saying, I can. Every negative word is a withdrawal from your spiritual account. Start making deposits of faith through your declarations. Say, God is my provider. My account overflows. My work is blessed. My doors are open. The more you speak it, the faster it manifests. You are about to witness what happens when heaven partners with your obedience. God is bringing divine partnerships, investors, ideas, and mentors your way. Do not fear the new connections. God is orchestrating them for your increase. There are people assigned to your prosperity. Some of them you will meet by accident, but in truth, it will be divine design. Every encounter is part of the greater plan. God's timing is perfect. You may think it's late, but to God, it is always on schedule. The blessing delayed is not the blessing denied. It is simply being refined, prepared, multiplied. When it comes, it will make sense why it took time. The waiting will no longer hurt because the reward will heal every wound. You will look back and realize that every struggle was worth it. Do you know why God sometimes waits before releasing abundance? Because He wants you to understand that true wealth begins in the unseen. Before money ever reaches your account, it must first enter your mind and your heart. The richest people in spirit are not those with gold in their hands, but those with faith in their souls. God is teaching you to think like a steward, not a survivor. He is teaching you to speak like someone who already possesses abundance. Because when your thoughts align with the divine truth, your reality has no choice but to follow. You cannot walk in overflow while thinking in limitation. You cannot attract divine wealth while entertaining fear. Faith is the gateway through which God's blessings flow. And that faith must live in your daily decisions, not only in your prayers. There is a divine law that governs increase. God multiplies what is placed in His hands. If you hold tightly to what you have, it remains small. But if you release it with trust, it becomes multiplied. God's economy does not operate by logic. It operates by faith. When you give, you are not losing, you are planting. Every act of generosity becomes a seed in the soil of heaven. And when heaven's rain falls, the harvest that returns is always greater than what was sown. That is why many miss their miracle. They try to store what they should be sowing. God is not asking you to give because He needs your money. He asks because He wants to enlarge your capacity. Every time you let go in faith, you make room for more. There will come a time, and it is soon, when you will see that every season of lack was a test of trust. God does not test you to destroy you. He tests you to prepare you. Every financial storm you faced was training for the abundance to come. You learned to depend on God when nothing else worked. You learned to see beyond numbers and believe beyond region. That is the kind of faith that heaven responds to. God never ignores faith that refuses to quit. Your prayers have not gone unheard. The silence you felt was not absence, it was construction. God was building your foundation, setting your structure, aligning your path. He cannot pour new blessings into a weak vessel. He had to strengthen you first. Now that your heart has been purified, you are ready to receive what others cannot handle. God is not giving you temporary success. He is giving you sustainable prosperity. Temporary wealth fades, but divine wealth endures. The riches God provides are protected by His wisdom. He gives you not only increase, but the discernment to manage it. That is why your growth may have seemed slow. It is because God was anchoring you deeply, so that when the storm of abundance comes, you will not be uprooted by pride. Every delay was a shield, not a punishment. Every no was a protection from what would have hurt you. God's wait is never rejection. It is divine timing preparing to surprise you with more than you expected. Listen closely, there is a shift happening. You may not see it with your eyes yet, but it has already begun in the spirit. Doors that were locked are turning on their hinges. Ideas that were buried are resurfacing with greater clarity. You will wake up one morning and everything will make sense. The connections, the hardships, the lessons, they were all pieces of a larger puzzle. When God completes the picture, you will see how every struggle was necessary. Because divine wealth is not just about what you have, it's about who you become while receiving it. Some of you are afraid of wealth because you've seen what greed can do. But when God blesses you, He blesses your intentions along with your possessions. You will not fall into arrogance or vanity because your heart will stay anchored in gratitude. You will see money as a means, not a master. You will understand that wealth is not your identity. It is your responsibility. God blesses the humble because they remember that everything belongs to Him. When you hold wealth loosely, He keeps refilling your hands. When you cling to it tightly, it slips away. So keep your palms open. Let generosity be your rhythm. Let kindness be your signature. Because the more you flow, the more you grow. I want you to understand something very deep. Divine wealth is not earned, it is entrusted. It is not the result of your worthiness, but of God's purpose. God chooses to bless you not because you are perfect, but because He wants to reveal His power through your life. He wants people to look at you and say, only God could have done this. Your story is about to become evidence of His reality. The same people who once doubted you will witness your transformation. They will see your rise and know that faith is not a fantasy. God is using your life as a living message that obedience brings reward. But be cautious when increase arrives, so does distraction. Wealth can draw noise into your life. Many voices will seek your attention. Some will praise you, others will envy you, and a few will try to pull you off course. That is why you must stay rooted in prayer. Wealth without spiritual grounding is like a river without borders. It floods and destroys. Keep talking to God about every decision. Seek His direction in your investments, in your partnership, in your spending. God does not want you to simply have money. He wants you to have a mastery over it. True prosperity is peace, not pressure. And hear me well, you are not waiting for money. Money is waiting for you. It is waiting for your mindset to align with purpose. It is waiting for your spirit to mature into stewardship. When you finally see yourself as the vessel of God's abundance, resources will begin to chase you. The energy of faith attracts what doubt repels. The moment you start declaring, I am a carrier of divine provision, I am a vessel of God's wealth, you shift the atmosphere around you. Opportunities will begin to notice you. People will begin to trust you. Circumstances will begin to align for you. That is not magic. It is divine order responding to belief. Let me tell you another secret. God often hides wealth in work. The job you complain about might be the field where your harvest is buried. The idea you keep postponing could be the seed of your abundance. The skill you ignore might be the tool God wants to use to open financial doors. Do not despise the small beginnings. God hides big miracles inside ordinary actions. When you walk with excellence, even in obscurity, heaven takes notice. The hands that serve diligently are the same hands God fills abundantly. There is also a divine mystery in movement. When God gives you an instruction, it often looks illogical. He may tell you to give when you need to receive, to move when you want to stay, to speak when you prefer silence. But behind every instruction lies increase. The river of divine wealth flows in the direction of obedience. When you act on God's command, you activate supernatural provision. The greatest miracles in life do not happen because of knowledge. They happen because of obedience. Now listen, with your spirit, you have entered a season where things will happen. Suddenly, divine acceleration is taking place. The opportunities you were chasing will now chase you. The doors you knocked on for years will open on their own. The business you struggled to build will suddenly flourish. The relationships you need will appear without striving. This is not coincidence. It is a divine orchestration. When the heavens declare that it is your time, the earth must align. No delay can hold back what God has scheduled. And in this season, you must carry the consciousness of abundance wherever you go. Stop thinking like a beggar when you serve the Creator of the universe. Stop shrinking your dreams to fit your fear. God cannot pour greatness into small expectations. Lift your thoughts, lift your words, lift your prayers. Ask boldly, believe boldly, expect boldly, because you serve a God who gives without measure. You do not need to beg, just believe. You do not need to chase, just trust. When your heart is aligned, what is meant for you cannot miss you. Soon, you will see numbers you never imagined. You will sign contracts you never dreamed of. You will manage resources that once seemed impossible. But none of it will overwhelm you, because God will have prepared your soul to handle it. You will walk in peace amidst abundance. You will remain generous amidst success. You will remember that everything flows from the source. This is the kind of wealth that cannot be lost because it is anchored in the eternal, not the temporary. And even as your bank account fills, you will feel a deeper joy, not just in having, but in helping. You will understand the sacred joy of giving. You will feed the hungry, educate the forgotten, and empower the broken. That is how God multiplies blessings, by turning the blessed into blessings for others. You will look at the smile of someone you helped and realize that this is the true meaning of wealth, to be a vessel of God's compassion expressed through provision. The time has come for the faithful to rise. God is transferring resources from the hand of those who misuse them to those who honor Him. The world is shifting. The wealth of the selfish will find its way into the hand of the righteous. And those who once struggled in silence will now rise in strength. God is creating a new flow of abundance in this generation, and you are part of it. You are not watching this by accident. You are hearing this because heaven has chosen you as a carrier of divine prosperity. Do not fear what is coming. Prepare for it. The blessing will be heavy, but you will have the strength to carry. The abundance will be great, but you will have the wisdom to manage it. The opportunities will be many, but you will have the discernment to choose well. Because God never gives you what will destroy you. He only gives what will develop you. He fills your bank account only when He has already filled your soul with strength, humility, and purpose. So lift your head high and declare it, I am ready for divine abundance. I am ready for financial overflow. I am ready for the wealth God has ordained for me. Say it until every cell in your body believes it. Because words shape destiny. Speak wealth until it becomes your reality. Speak favor until it finds you. Speak prosperity until it overflows. You are not just hoping for blessings, you are commanding them through faith. And as you walk into this new chapter, know this truth deeply. Your abundance will glorify God, not your ego. Your wealth will testify of His goodness, not your genius. Your prosperity will point back to His power, not your plans. Because when God fills your account, He fills it so the world can see that He is still the God who provides. And no man, no system, no economy can reverse that. The divine decree has been spoken, your time of lack has ended, and your season of overflow has begun. God is about to fill your bank account, and your life will never be the same again.